Hey guys, it's a new day, obviously. Um, it's interesting because I'm like trying to like redo or replan certain things because the last several videos I was talking about how I've put on weight and like it's no one's business, or there's something bothering other people about themselves that they see me gaining weight as an issue. But to clarify, me gaining weight was probably the greatest blessing that's happened to me in the last several years. I've had to donate so many clothes. Not that I had a lot of clothes when I came to Armenia or when I came here, but they just no longer fit me anymore because my size was a lot smaller. But when I wear or when I donate, and I still have a few dresses that I'm going to give away, but me gaining weight, I've never felt so. Okay, so the recording got erased or it wasn't downloading, but it's the first time in my life where putting on the weight has made me so comfortable, where I'm not needing anything, I'm not seeking anything. I'm so content with who I am as an individual. Me gaining weight, I healed my inflammation in the uterus, by the way. It's restored. So me gaining weight and getting my inflammation in the uterus pushed me to slow down so that I revamp, renew, switch up, and pay attention and care about me more than anything, and feel content with myself more than anything. This year in particular, I donated so many and not that I had a lot of clothes when I came to Armenia, but I donated a lot of my clothes that no longer fits me, and I still have a few dresses that I'm going to be gifting away, mainly the color green, because green and red has always been my color. But like I said, this present year or so, I've been so content with who I am and comfortable in a sense that when I was in my teens, I was so insecure. I used to get made fun of growing up that I had to be a certain way and look a certain way and act a certain way. So I used to pound on all this makeup because my sister taught me that, wearing eyeliner and makeup, so much makeup would make you beautiful. So I believed that if I don't wear all this makeup, I won't be beautiful. And I used to wear all these revealing clothes, and I was obsessed with working out. I was obsessed with what I would eat and put in my body. And I was never content or truly happy, or actually, it wasn't real confidence. Now I have real confidence. Yeah, it wasn't real confidence. And now I have real confidence, and I know it's real confidence because I don't judge myself. I don't degrade myself. I don't force myself to be anything else than who I truly am. And I'm not saying that I am my tattoos or I am my weight or any of that. It's just the matter of me loving myself in my raw form without wanting to be anything else at this moment. Because when I did love myself before, it was always in a projection or in a concept of someone else loving me, someone else's ideology of loving me. It wasn't my own version. So, interestingly enough, like when I came back, one of my neighbors, she just loves, every time she sees me, she's always smiling. She's like, I haven't seen you in a while. Where have you been? I was wondering where you are. I'm like, I went to Jordan. She's like, oh, I'm going to Russia. I'll be back too. Yeah, so, people can tell when confidence is real, when it's true and when it's not. So, for example, like when I got back, and that lady that I met at the gynecology office, the lady from Gyumri, we were just talking when we went back to her after the park. We went back to her apartment on Sayat Nova, and we were just talking about how like the local people view me and such. And I was like, Ruzana, her name is Ruzana. I'm like, Ruzana, listen. I'm like, whoever asks or talks about me, they all say, oh, Talad, she has good intentions, she has such a good heart, what a good person, Pariye. But then I'm like, they're all scared of me. And I'm like, how does that even work? Like, I can sense, I smell the fear. And she's like, Talad, you have to know something. So she's just like, Like Talar, the locals, they're afraid of good people. That's what they're afraid of. She goes, Parinerin gavachnan. Like, if you weren't a good person, they wouldn't be afraid of you. It's everything is, with these. But, and I told her, and I'm like, I know why they're afraid of me. They're afraid of me because I'm the only diasporan Armenian that has bought an apartment, especially in wartime in Gyumri, and that freaks them out. And she's like, very much freaks them out because that means you're a woman of power. And you threw them off because you said you were going to do it and you did it. And they're not used to that. And there's so much about you there. And I'm like, I don't know. But, it's like, even yesterday, I bumped into Narek, who's a tattoo artist, and I knew him years back, right? He knows. And it's like everywhere I move or live, this Narek happens to just randomly open up a tattoo shop in my neighborhood, okay? So I bumped into him, like, one or 2 months ago, and he's like, can you just like come and just like, we'll have coffee together, we'll hang out. And I said, yeah, and I didn't go. And then I saw him yesterday, like in front of my apartment with some of his buddies, and he's like, Talad, you're my friend. And he shook my hand. He's like, where have you been? Why haven't you been coming? And his eyes watered. And this guy, has known my story of what has brought me here. He knows about the whole military thing I was in. He knows basically 90% of my life story, 90%. And every time he sees me, he gets emotional. And so people know they have a respect or they know certain things. But obviously, like Ruz said, they're not going to come out and tell me, right? Majority of people. So people notice. So, like, me sharing all this is because real talk. Conversations are meaningful to me. Conversations with real people who look beyond the surface, who look at people's spirits and are wanting to connect soul to soul rather than just for superficial reasons, guys. Everything else withers away. Our looks are eventually going to wither away. And I'm not telling you don't take care of your physical appearance. Walk, jog, run, do whatever. If you want to wear makeup, why not? If you want to color your hair, why not? But anything in excess ain't healthy. Especially when your mind has... So, farewell.